Welcome back to Cybus Studios. I am the architect, and this is Slay the Spire. I've never played this game before, but I've heard great things about it. I've heard that this is a lot of people's favorite game, and I've got no clue what it really is, other than, I think, a card game, like a deck builder. 80 HP, 99 gold, remaining soldier of the Ironclads sold his soul to harness demonic energies. At the end of combat, heal 6 HP. 5 unlocks remaining. Interesting. Alright, we will embark. Exordium. Oh, yeah, look at that. Alright, so what's this? That's a merchant. These are just enemies. Okay, so this one's just a lot of unknown until you get to rest. And then the treasures are in the later, well, in the middle. Okay. And all of them have a rest before the end. I guess that might be like a boss battle. I mean, these are elites. Okay. You could go the entire way without facing an elite if you go through here and then through here, but I think we're gonna want to fight an elite, but we will go up this side and then cut across. Alright, let's start there. Defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards require energy once you're out, end of turn. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn and energy replenished. Play defensive cards to gain block when enemies are about to attack you. Block reduces incoming attack damage, but wears off at the start of your next turn. During your turn, you can observe an enemy's intent above them. If an enemy is intent on attacking, be sure to gain some block. Alright, I've played a couple combat systems like this. Alright, what's this? Start of each turn, 5 cards are drawn from here. Okay. This guy's gonna attack 5 damage, this guy's gonna attack for 5 damage, this gains 5 block. Okay. We're definitely gonna need this. And we could do, what's 50% more damage from attacks. Okay. So we could, what's this? On receiving attack damage, rolls up and gains 7 block once per combat. Okay, so dealing 2 strikes is not going to kill something, so we should bash. We'll bash the guy in the front. Yeah, and look at that. He curled up, so he's got 7 block. Alright. At the end of combat, we're going to heal 6. What's this? This enemy intends to inflict a negative effect on me. We will go ahead and block because that guy's going to attack us. We're going to attack him, and we'll attack him. Alright. So that should negate, and we should win this. Just, oh, no more cards. Discard pile, shuffle. Okay, typical. Alright, if we strike him, he should die. There we go, and we heal, and we're doing good. We're doing good. Okay, cards exhausted during combat are not removed from your deck. Do I get all 3, or? Okay. Draw 3, cannot draw additional cards this turn. 5, upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of combat. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand, gain 5 block for each card exhausted. Wow, that sounds pretty strong, but it gets rid of all of those blocks until the end of combat, not putting them in discard, so that could be pretty dangerous. Unless you really need to use a bunch of block at once. I think we'll go with Battle Trance. We also got that, and we got our goal. Alright. Go up here to this unknown. Among the stone and boulders, you notice an intricate, large, blue statue resembling a wing. You find gold spilling from its cracks. Maybe there's more inside. We don't have a card with enough damage, so let's see what that does. Someone once told you of a cult that worshipped a giant bird. As you kneel in prayer, you begin to feel lightheaded. You wake up sometime later feeling strangely fleet of foot. Okay, what should we remove? We have a large number of attacks because we also have this one. We're not going to remove our good one here. I think we remove one attack. Alright, on to the next. As you make your way down a long corridor, you see a banana, a donut, and a box floating about. Become Curse of Regret. Unplayable. At the end of your turn, lose HP equal to the number of cards in your hand? Oh my god. Wow. But the relic could be pretty good. It's a difficult choice we've got here. Max HP or a relic with a curse. Maybe curses are able to be removed at some point. Huh. We're not going with the banana. That one's a waste. We're going with something long term. So the question is, do we want more max HP, which we do have this healing buff, so we could, in theory, increase our HP again, or obtain a relic, which we have no clue what a relic would do, but we do know we get this curse, which is going to cut some of our HP at the end of turn. Oh, that's not even end of combat, that's every turn, end of turn. Or maybe it's a card. Maybe this is a card that's stuck in your hand. Well, a card that's stuck in your deck, and when you draw it, then that turn you lose it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Relics found through the Spire grant unique bonuses and remain throughout your run. They can be found by defeating powerful foes or within chests. What's this? Every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. That's pretty strong, I think. Alright. We got Acid Slime and Spike Slime. This guy's going to give an effect. This guy's going to deal some damage. Alright. We will defend our damage. Strike. Acid Slime so we can kill him next turn, and then defend. Okay, what's that? 25% less block from cards for 1 turn. Okay, this I'm going to end up having a problem. Oh. I don't think that's a good little combo right here. We're gonna attack Spike Slime. And we're gonna go ahead and kill Acid Slime. And we don't have reason to do this, so we'll just attack him again. Alright, so we're gonna, what was, yeah, 2 health. Okay. Alright. Bash him? And then we should be able to kill him just with that, right? Yeah, there we go. And we regen health. We're at more health than at the start of combat. Add a card to the deck. Lose 2 HP, deal 15 damage, deal 5 damage twice, or gain 8 block, draw a card. They're all 1 point. This doesn't bode well with my my other skill, so I might go with deal 5 damage twice. And what do we have here? Ooh. Molten Egg. Whenever you add an attack into your deck, upgrade it. Upgrading cards makes them more powerful. Cards can only be upgraded once. Alright. And now we're at this. Smith. Upgrade a card in your deck. Let us... we could upgrade anything? Let's upgrade Twin Strike. Oh, that's pretty good. There we go. Proceed. Alright. We're cutting across so we make sure we hit one of these chests. And go that way. Oh wait. Yeah. I think we're gonna go through this way. Yeah. Alright. Jawworm. He's gonna do 11 damage to me. Or I could do a bunch of damage to him on this one turn. I will bash him, guaranteed. I think I'll use my remaining energy to block some of his damage, because he's going to be doing a bunch, and I don't think we need to be drawing these cards, since we don't have the energy to cast them. Alright. What's that? Intend to block and use a buff. Okay, so deal as much damage as we can this turn. And we've killed him. Nice. Oh, and that ended it so we didn't even lose any of our health from that. Okay, upgrade all cards in your hand for the rest of combat. That's a pretty strong blessing. Add a card. Deal 2 damage 5 times. Exhaust. That's... Oh, skill. Okay. Every time you play 3 skills in a single turn. We don't have that many skills. Apply 3 weak and vulnerable to all enemies. That's pretty strong. But this is already going to be upgraded when we grab it. Deal 2 damage 5 times. I think we'll go with... Wait, that's just replace one of the cards in your deck with one of the cards in your hand. What? We'll go with Shockwave. Blessing of the Forge. We've got another thing. And there we go. Go ahead and rest. Smith it up. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade. Wait. Whoa, what happened to our, oh, we can't upgrade it. Never mind. I thought we lost it. We could upgrade that, but it exhausts itself. Or we could upgrade Bash. Bash is pretty strong, but this applies to all enemies. Yeah, I think we'll upgrade Bash. Deal 10 damage, apply 3 vulnerable. That's pretty strong. Alright. Now, go to this chest. Got ourselves a frozen egg. Whenever you add a power card into your deck, upgrade it. There we go. Alright. Yo, what you got? You come across shimmering water flowing endlessly from a fountain on a nearby wall. Remove all curses. There we go. Yes! As you drink the water, you feel a dark grasp loosen. Glad I picked that. Metallicize. Oh, what's this? At the end of its turn, gain 8 block. And it starts with 8 block, so I think that's continuous. And it's sleeping. Okay, so I think right now I have a chance to do damage. I'm going to go ahead and do that, so it's vulnerable. And now it's awake. Metallicize wears off. Stunned on this turn. We're going to go ahead and deal... Oh, no more. No more. Okay. Well, we did a decent amount of damage for one turn. What was that? 22? Yeah. Alright. It's going to do 18 damage. I will be blocking my little bit. And since it's still vulnerable, I think applying this is a strong buff because it'll reduce how much damage it can do. No point in doing this. Alright. Did a little bit of damage there. Alright. We're going to bash him, I think, to do the extra damage. Yeah. Bash him, provide even more vulnerability, and we'll block so we don't lose all that much health. What's that? Oh, my exhausted cards. Alright. What's that? He's gonna give me a negative effect. Alright, we're gonna twin strike you. He's not gonna do any damage to me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just strike him again. I seem to not need this. I constantly don't use it. Alright. What's the negative effect? Okay, decrease block by 1 and decrease attack by 1. That's not that strong. Alright. Oh, he doesn't have his weaken anymore. Oh. We might be able to kill him with just all of this. Because we get plus 50%. So that's an extra 4. So we can deal, what, like 13 plus maybe 7, right? Oh, that might not be enough. Huh. We're gonna see. Okay. He's at 22. That's not gonna be enough. We want to block some of that. We don't want to take the full brunt. Okay, and that. Damn. It's a rough one. It's a rough one. I think this might do it. Okay, that'll do it. There we go. Lizard Tail, when you would die, heal to 50% of your max HP instead once. That's a pretty good one. And add a card to the deck. Deal 12 damage. If fatal, raise your max HP by 4. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one. Gain 12 block whenever your attacks deal 4 damage back. That's a pretty strong one too, but deal damage and draw 2 cards. I think we're gonna go with Feed, because raising your max HP continually, because it's, you know, once per combat, that seems like it's pretty strong. And oh, smithing or resting. I think we're low enough. What's this, 24? So we would bump up to 77 HP. That's almost max, or upgrading 1 card. So we're kind of low. I think we'll rest, because reasonable to do that. Alright. Okay. What do we want to do? We could go into 2 unknowns and then a rest, or knowingly go into 2. I think we'll go for the unknowns. Those have been pretty strong. Okay. When its HP is at or below 50%, we'll split into 2 smaller slimes. Okay. Strategic. This enemy intends to inflict a negative and attack for 11 damage. What's that? Oh, just the split thing. Okay. We will be twin striking you. And we'll go ahead and block 1 and strike again. Oh, it just exhausted 2 of my things. I didn't know that was... That's a pretty good one. We could go ahead and deal 5 damage to him using that. Oh, please don't tell me it exhausted. Oh wait, are these just 2 random things, or is... Okay, it didn't remove my thing. I don't know what that was about. Maybe it's just 2 cards that get put into my stuff. So I have a lower chance of drawing what I want. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and... I think I'll wait to Shockwave until he's actually split. But if I use 3 skills, I can do 5 damage to him. But I don't want to draw that, because it'll pull out my my good card that I want to use. Oh, but I need to... Okay, this is a difficult little choice. I think I'll do this. Go ahead and block. So I take, like, no damage. There we go. Alright. I don't want to use this because it's going to exhaust if I use it. And I need this to be fatal. So I need it to have 12 damage or less. Okay, what's that? Just going to give me a negative effect. Alright. We will cast Bash, I think. There we go. And what? Slime or Strike? What's that? Unknown. We don't know its intent. Oh, it's probably splitting. Okay. Just go ahead and deal that extra damage. There we go. Alright. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and Battle Trance because I want to get through these cards so I get the card I actually want out of my deck. These guys are gonna do a bunch of damage. I could... Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Both of those get decreased. And then I will go ahead and defend myself. And that did damage. I didn't realize that was going to be my third skill. But that worked a lot better than I expected. What's that? No more drawing this turn? Yeah. From my spell. Got it. Alright. Didn't lose too much health. And these guys are getting low, so... Twin Strike. Bring one of them down pretty far. Oh. Kill it, I guess. Oh, because they're vulnerable. Go ahead and block. And do a normal strike. Alright. Hopefully I draw the card I need. Yes! I got feed. Alright. Alright. Hope this works. There we go. Max HP increased. Alright, we got another Swift Potion. Drawing 3 extra cards and add a new card to the deck. True Grit. Gain 7 block. Exhaust a random card. Choose an attack or power card. Add a copy of that card into your hand. Huh. Oh. That means I could use feed twice. I think that's a pretty strong buff. Okay, we'll go for another random because that's... Oh. You come across a dead adventurer on the floor. His pants have been stolen. Also, he looks like looks to be eviscerated and chopped by giant claws, though his possessions are still intact. You're in no mind to find out what happened here. 25% chance the monster returns. You know what? Good. Oh, no. Well, I guess I'll fight you. Alright. We will... What's that? He's going to negative me. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bash you. And then twin strike you. Look at all that damage. We did 30 damage in one... We did 30 damage with 2 cards. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh, just that. He's going to do a lot of damage the next turn. We're not going to use feed right now. And it's attack, so yeah, it will work with that. But it works best if you have multiple things because it has to be fatal. We'll go ahead and Shockwave. And then I would go for a shield, but we don't have one. Actually, I guess I could Battle Trance. It'll draw a shield and yeah. And then that, and it'll deal 5 damage anyway. There we go. I think we're gonna need to draw 3 with that. Okay. We're gonna be able to defend, and strike, or defend again. I think we strike. because we've got those buffs currently. Alright. Twin strike him. He's just gonna give me negative, so I might as well just hit him again and again. Uh-huh. I wonder if there's a way you can get a higher energy cap. Oh my god, that's a pretty strong negative he's got on me. Alright. Are we gonna be able to bump him down? No, not in this turn. That's not gonna be able to do it in this turn. So I say bash him. And then battle trance, so we get more of these cards out of the way. Alright. Okay, let's see. This will deal a little over 10 damage. Yeah. And we'll just use defense. Oh, that did like no defense because he's taking it away from us. Forgot about that. Oh my god, yes! We got feed! There we go! Increased our max HP again. Choose a card in your discard pile and return it to your hand. It costs 0. That's really good. Grimlet Horn, whenever an enemy dies, gain energy and draw a card. That's fucking phenomenal. Okay. Extra gold. Discard potions to make room. We will go ahead and discard you and draw you and add. Oh. This card applies a power to you when used. Powers are passive abilities that remain for the duration of combat. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 4 block. That's pretty good. Oh. Deal 3 damage to random enemy 4 times. Deal 13 damage, apply 2 weak and 2 vulnerable. That's a pretty strong attack. What's that? 3 times 4, 12. So that's not as strong as this. And the thing is, if you have something that reduces your overall damage, it would be reducing each one of these to where this gets so much worse. I think we'll grab this because we do have. No, we've only got like 2 exhausted cards. That's not that strong. For this deck, at least. I think we'll grab Uppercut. Alright. And I don't think it really matters. It's a final area. We will not be smithing. We will be resting because we're really low on health. And proceed. And what is this? We have to attack mode shift. What's that? After receiving 30 damage, changes to a defensive mode. Right now, he's going to be blocking. So what we need to do is deal our damage here. And it would be nice to be able to use this, but we're not going to exhaust it. Alright. We could draw an extra 3 cards. No. Alright. He's got 9. And what's he gonna... 32! Oh my god! Jesus. Oh my god, and we don't... we don't have any defense. Okay, we have to... Oh my god, if we shockwave him, it'll reduce how much damage he's doing. That's our best one for this. Yeah, drop down substantially. And we could strike him. I think striking might be our only, you know, reasonable option. It gets rid of his shield, which is literally doing nothing then. I think we'll go ahead and... Oh, we should have used Bless the Forge before casting. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and have to bless those. Add 2 copies of that card into your hand. Wow. Just had to do that. That's all we could do. Alright, that was a massive amount of our health. Okay, we could uppercut, too weak, too vulnerable. He's gonna apply a status effect to us. So I'm thinking we just deal damage. Oh, what's that? Oh my god, he just gained a bunch of defense. Tends to use a buff. Okay. I guess we just hit him. Alright. Sharp Hide. Whenever you play an attack, take 3 damage. Oh. Whenever I play an attack, or whenever? I'm not sure which way that means. But he's going to do 6 damage against me. I guess I'm just going to have to... Yeah, I'm the one that takes the damage. Oh. This hurts. Okay, we'll be able to use that one when we get him low enough. Oh, 6 damage twice. Lovely. Okay, we will have to use that. And we can either do 10 and... Huh. I guess we'll just do this one. This one's tough. This one's tough. Yeah, we've got 14. Oh my god. I kind of think I have to just pop in 15 defense. What's that? He takes 40 more damage. Alright. If I do 3, it damages him anyway. There we go. Alright, he's just gonna defend himself, so... Wait. Choose an attack card, add 2 copies of that into your hand. I could pop in 2 extra twin strikes. Look at that. Alright. Go ahead and attack you with that, and with that. Alright, now he's in a defensive mode, so perfectly fine there. Alright. I think I need to draw some so I can protect myself. I'll use this. Yeah, there we go. Would have been nice if I got more than that. I take damage if I attack him, so I don't think I need to attack him right now. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to suffer through. Yep. Okay, that seems like it's gonna last continually. He's gonna do a lot of damage there, though. What is that? Should be 16 damage. I can only block a total of 10 here. God, I might not be able to beat this one. What's this? Oh, never mind. It'll probably just use my lizard still. We will go ahead and play block, though, and twin strike on him. Pop me down, get my lizard tail. Oh, didn't even kill me though. Never mind. Okay. Oh my god, the twin strike. Did I have 2 twin strikes in my inventory? I thought this wouldn't carry over, but it looks it permanently adds them, does it? Oh my god, that's really strong. I need to do that to feed next time. Okay, that's gonna do 20 damage. That's pretty strong. Or I'm just gonna twin strike him. Look at that. Drop him down a lot. So I could either deal 6 damage or block a little bit. I'll block a little bit. Should have dealt the damage. I'm gonna get walloped. There we go. Yeah. Alright. Uppercut him, make him vulnerable and weak. Oh, he's gonna block. I'm gonna do as much damage as possible. Yeah, I think we go here. And then we just straight attack him. Alright. Okay, he's got 19 health. Alright, we've got Twin Strike and we've got Feet. I think I don't want to accidentally overkill. I'll just normal strike him and then feed. There we go. Cool. This turn, your next attack is played twice. Exhaust your hand, deal 10 damage for each card exhausted. Wow, that's pretty strong. Deal 5 damage to all enemies, heal HP equal to unblocked damage. Okay, I think we're gonna go with Reaper. That relic was used. Okay, we get to choose a relic. Pick up, obtain a potion, gold, raise HP, obtain a card, and upgrade a random card. Gain energy at the start of your turn whenever you open a non-boss chest. Obtain a curse. Wow. That's that's a pretty damn. You're gonna be walking around with a ton of fucking curses. Or gain at the start of your turn, all enemies start combat with 1 strength, which adds damage to their attacks. Okay, I think... Okay, this one seems worse than this one, because this is just they each do 1 extra damage. But that's starting combat. Yeah, I guess that... Yeah, this one's worse. Because we've seen 1 curse could add a card to your deck which makes you lose as much HP as non-discarded cards that turn. So you could be losing, like, I don't know, several HP per turn just from that, versus each enemy doing 1 extra damage per turn. I think that one's the more reasonable one to go for. The city! We're in Act 2. Alright. Let's look at this. We could go along the right route, and we would hit an elite, and then a chest there. Hit a merchant very late on. We haven't seen a merchant at all. We have 340 gold, and we've not touched a merchant. I think we're going to have to go for a merchant this time. So I'm thinking if we just go on the right route, and then split off over to here so we get the merchant quicker, we could actually go to the second merchant too. So I think that's what we're going to do. Yeah. Starting here. And we start with full health. That's good. Plated armor. What do you do? This enemy isn't. No. At the end of its turn, gains 14 block, receiving unblocked attack damage, reduces plated armor by 1. Okay, so you do more than 14 damage this turn, and it won't have as much next turn. So we're going to go ahead and uppercut you. We're going to defend ourselves. And we're going to battle trance so we can deal enough damage to reduce your plate armor. There we go. Did its damage increase because of... I'm not sure if its damage increased because we took away one of its plate armor. Okay, we can bash him, applying more vulnerable, or we can twin strike him. We could do both, but we don't want to get hit by that full force. Oh wait, we can... I forget, we have extra energy. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and bash him. Drop that. Go ahead and twin strike him. Drop that. And then we will block him. There we go. Okay, we're gonna take a little bit of damage here. Yeah. But we've decreased him quite a bit. Okay. We can uppercut him again. Gave him the reduced damage. We're going to block so we don't take as much, and we'll strike him so he reduces that again. Alright. Oh, and does he heal every time he does that? Weird. Okay. Huh. Okay. If we take away his block and then pass this, be pretty good. 17. We might be able to just do a normal strike against him and then feed. Yeah, there we go. Max HP up. Alright, choose one of 3 random attack cards to add to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. Seems pretty promising. And deal 11 to all. 13 again, or gains 2 strength at the end of this turn. Lose 2 strength. Okay, so you get 2 additional damage for every attack you do this turn. That's pretty good, and it's a skill, which means it can start activating on that. But cleave, deal 11 damage to all enemies, sounds stronger than doing additional 2 per attack. Because what, if you... Difficult choice. This is a skill, so it's more likely to activate that. So technically it could do more damage. Alright. What way did we say we were going? Oh, we could hit that merchant instead of going up this way. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll just go attack these normal people. What are you? The Chosen. Okay, dude. We don't need to heal right now. He's gonna do a decent amount of damage. Go ahead and block that. And we should go ahead and draw. If we pop this, it'll be our 3rd skill. He's going to take some damage. And we have several energy remaining, because we've basically used nothing. We're going to block again, and we are just going to go ahead and use the remaining 2 to deal some extra damage to this guy on this turn. There we go. Alright. We could shockwave him. Apply weaken vulnerable. He's going to apply a negative effect on us, too. So, yeah, let's make him vulnerable and then strike him. Here we go. Yeah. Suffer. What's that? Whenever you play a non-attack card, shuffle 1 dazed into your draw pile. Wow. Okay, I guess you want me to attack your ass more. Okay. He's already vulnerable, so I don't think we need to worry too much about using those. I think I'll just go ahead and deal a bunch of damage to you. I will go ahead and pop that in. And we have 2 damage, two left, so I could either do 6 damage or I could do 13 damage. Alright. Oh, now I'm vulnerable too. Okay, I could flex. Strike and feed, I think, would be the best way to go with that. That one does 14 damage. 8, Huh. I don't want to undercut it because this should do enough damage. Hopefully it does enough damage. Yes, there we go. Increased. Look at that. We're at 100. Seeing red. Gained. Oh my god. Gain 2 energy. Draw 1. Put a card. No. That's a skill, so we could activate that. But exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand. Deal 22 damage. The funny thing is, you could just have all attack cards in your hand and then just play that and still do 22 damage. That's a pretty strong card. But this, gain 2. Well, technically you spent 1, so it's only gaining 1 energy, isn't it? But does that mean you gain it for combat, or does that mean you gain it for the turn? I have no clue how that's supposed to work. But this one, I do know how it works. And I like what I see. Alright, next one, we're going in. Time to... Oh yes, multiple people! That means more of my stuff makes sense. Oh my god, you're gonna buff yourselves? Well, I hope you like this buff. You're all vulnerable. And I could just do defense twice to make sure I do 5 damage to each of them all at the same time. It'd be kind of funny. They all have different health. That's weird. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and do that. So I did 5 damage to everybody. Incantation. You are... At the end of your turn, gain 3 strength. Oh my god, that's pretty strong. Pretty strong. Okay, we will go ahead and do that. That one's gonna be pretty good. We're gonna heal. Oh wait, but it's healing, not. We don't want to exhaust it yet. Drawing 3 cards might be a strong suit here. But bash, strike, defense. Yeah. We will bash you, strike you as well, and defend. Alright. They're gonna do a decent amount of damage, but we will have that card for later. Alright, you cultist. Oh my god, wait. That just keeps doing it? Oh my god, this is a pretty dangerous battle we're in. Okay, Sever Soul, exhaust all non-attack cards. That's a skill. That's a skill. Okay. Go ahead and play that. Draw that. Okay, everything else is an attack card, so I can deal 22 damage. I can feed and kill that guy. Huh. We'll do that. Alright, I think I need to wait until I have my other power thing to where I can duplicate. So we will twin strike this cultist to drop him down more. Alright, we're going to take a decent amount of damage here. Alright, so I've got 2 very strong plays. One of them being... Wait. Oh, I just drew feed again for some reason. We will go ahead and play Flex. I think we're going to have to draw 3. Hopefully. Damn, it didn't give me the one I need. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and feed on one of these guys. We can't deal with that amount of damage. We could twin strike and kill that guy for sure. I think we're going to do that. Then we're going to bash you, uppercut you, and you're dead. There we go. Add a new card. Ethereal. gain 10 block. If this card is in your hand at the end of your turn, it is exhausted. Exhausted cards are removed from your deck until the end of combat. Okay, so basically if you don't use it, it's gone for the thing. Deal 10 damage, draw 2 cards. Draw 4 cards. You cannot draw additional. That's a pretty strong one. It's 10 damage for 1 point, and it's draw 2 cards. I think I'll go with that one. Alright, we're going this way. We'll just go ahead and go for the random. You come across an ornate building which appears abandoned. A plaque that has been torn free from a wall is on the floor. It reads, "The Library." Inside, you find countless rows of scrolls, manuscripts, and books. You pick one and cozy yourself into a chair for quite some time. Either I can heal more than my remaining thing, or choose one of 20 cards to add to the deck. I think this is choose the card time. Alright, let's see. Deal damage equal to your block. That could be good, but I don't really have a lot of block spells. Can only be played if every card in your hand is an attack. Deal 18 damage for 0 mana. Deal 6 damage. Deals 3 additional damage for all your cards containing strike. We have a decent amount of strike. I think that means you would do a lot of damage. Exhaust all non-attack. At the start of your turn, gain 3 strength. And that does not say it will remove your strength. So that could be good very early. Deal 7 damage and gain 7 block. Exhaust all non-attack. Gain 8 block, draw a card. Add 2 wounds into your hand, gain 15 block. Okay, those are just unplayable. It's basically just a lot of block on one card. Gain 7 block, exhaust a card at random. Deal 10 damage, shuffle a dazed into your draw pile. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw a card. At the end of your turn, lose an HP, deal 7 damage to all enemies. That's decent. Ethereal, deal 28 damage. Deal 14 damage, apply 3 weak. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy 4 times, gain 5 block, upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of combat. Deal 12, put a card from discard on top of your draw pile. And go to the number again. I'm thinking Demon Form or Clash. Clash means you deal 18 damage for free. Demon Form means you know, gain 3 strength, possibly for the rest of your thing. So you'd have to attack with 5 different attack cards after using this to make up for the difference here. You know what? Demon Form seems like a pretty strong one. The story takes place in a giant isolated building underground as the outside conditions have become unbearable. The novel is mired with conspiracies, propaganda, and injustice. You ponder if similar dynamics are at play within the Spire. Unsettling. Alright, on to the next mystery. What have we got? As you continue your ascent, thick black smoke begins to billow out from the ground, and walls around you coalescing into 3 masked forms that start to speak. Another puppet of Niao, I think. Agreed. She always makes the funnest toys. You notice an oversized grin as the third addresses you. Ignore the others. Would you like to taste of power? Lose 52 max HP, but get 5 apparition. Gain 1 intangible. Exhaust. I really wish I could see what intangible means, because maybe it's worth it, because 52 max HP has got to be quite something. I'm actually going to research what intangible is, because I should know. It's called informed consent, everybody. Intangible. Reduce all damage and HP loss you take to 1. Lasts for X turns. So gaining 1 intangible means that I think it's saying you would only take 1 damage per attack. Yeah, it's 1 damage per hit. So basically it's nearly perfect blocking, but that is a lot of HP to be tossing out for 5. Though, being that they're ethereal and exhausted, if I had a larger deck, I might go for this, but this is really dangerous to be taking 5 on, because that means, you know, an entire hand could be apparition. I mean, it's a 1 in 5 chance that I get an apparition. And it would really suck if I start getting apparition when, you know, I don't need it, and then, oh no, it's exhausted, or ethereal, meaning it's exhausted regardless. I think it's strong, but I'm gonna have to refuse. How disappointing. You will join us sooner or later. Ha 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 ha. The shapes fade away, leaving only the unnerving laughter ringing in your ears. Well, I hope I made the right choice there. We're gonna go ahead and smith. Alright. We could upgrade this guy, or do this one. I think we're gonna go ahead and do this one, because it adds 2 copies. Right. And does it add it to the deck? No, we've only got 1 twin strike. Alright. Merchant, what have you in store for us? Oh, you can buy cards. Deal 8 damage, add a copy. Deal damage, increase this card's damage by 8 this combat. Wow, so every time you use it, it gets even stronger. Whenever a card doesn't... No, thanks. At the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. Is this... Are these potions, or are these, relics? Because that's a potion. Apply 3 vulnerable. Gain 2 strength. Choose 1 of 3 random skill cards to add to your hand. Whenever you break an enemy's block, apply 2 vulnerable. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. I think these are, all those. At the start of your turn, add a random color list. What? I don't know what that means. Choose 1 of 3 random cards to add into your hand. It costs 0 this turn. Interesting. I think the start of combat, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies is pretty good. And whenever you break block, apply 2 vulnerable is pretty good. I think I'll buy the 2 of those. Yep, those are those. Card removal service. Remove a card. This cost is increased by 25 for the rest of this run. Wow. Alright. I could buy another thing, but there are more merchants, so we will proceed. We're going to go ahead and smith it out. What are we going to smith? We're going to smith our flex. Yeah, we'll smith flex. Oh my god, that's so much better. I thought it was just going to be go up to 3. And what do we have here? Gold, oddly smooth stone. Start each combat with dex. Increase block gain from cards. It's pretty good. We're going to go ahead and go here, there, there. Because we don't need another break. Looky here. Alright. If I use this... I'm able to choose that. No. Sad. Alright. Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and duplicate this. Yep, everything's an attack. So we're just going to go ahead and bop you a little bit and then hit you again. There we go. Wait, that doesn't... use it. Yeah, it doesn't use up dual wield. So I shouldn't avoid using dual wield. We're gonna go ahead and flex on them. We gotta flex on them. Deal 9 HP to all enemies. Heal HP equal to unblocked damage. I think we apply this and then we Reaper. Yeah, look at that, 26. Go ahead and get that. Whenever you attack but non-attack, shuffle dazed into draw pile. Alright, pommel strike. We will twin strike you since you've got more health. And we will strike you. We could pommel strike, draw 2 cards. Yeah. And then, yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do. I will strike you, end turn. Hopefully I draw the duplicate. Ooh. Decrease my damage. Okay. Okay, I got feed. That's not the one I wanted. Okay. I will demon form. So I get that extra strength. And I'm just gonna go ahead and defend myself a little bit. Does this mean every time I gain 3 strength? It does! That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. Exhaust all non-attack in hand. We're gonna go ahead and buff us some extra. Go ahead and draw. Damn, we didn't get the one I needed. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and defend. I'm really wanting to increase my max here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. We will be ending the turn with unused mana. But yeah, that demon form is pretty strong. I didn't realize it was going to be every turn. I thought it was just start with 3 on your next turn, but it's increased by 3 every turn. Okay, let me double check. I have feed in here. Good. Liquid memory. Drink. Feed. Dual wield. Feed. Confirm that. It doubles feed. And now I can kill both of these using feed, which means I increase my max HP by 8. Alright. Perfect strike, ghostly armor, or double your block. Double your block sounds pretty strong, but we don't have a lot of good block spells, so that's 2. So you'd have to have spent 2 stuff on 2 energy on blocking from the other stuff. I think this one's a stronger one because we've got several strike named spells. We're getting low on HP. I mean, we're just a little above half. We might want to go here instead of cutting across. Nah, we're good. We've got that thing that'll heal us a lot. You spot a loose brick within a pillar that catches your eye. You find a folded note and a card inside. It reads, "The heart awaits. This is your handwriting. Receive Iron Wave and store a card." I think that means I have to change this out. Gain 5 block and deal 5 damage. We will swap that out with defend. Yeah, we'll swap that with defend. What's going on? And merchant. What do you have for us? Damn. At the start of your second turn, gain 14 block. Start each combat with 10 block. Cards which exhaust. Oh my god, that would be so good. Too bad I can't sell stuff. That would be pretty cool. Also, the carpet's not for sale. Costs 1 less for each time you lose HP this combat. Deal 22 damage. So it could cost nothing if you go 3 turns. Whenever you lose HP from a card, gain 2 strength. Whenever you play an attack, gain 3 block. That could be pretty damn good. Apply 1 weak to all enemies. Draw 3 cards. Deal 10 damage. And that's a strike, so increase your damage there. I'm thinking Rage is pretty damn good. You're balancing your block with your attack there, but also 10 damage for free. And it's a strike, so it increases my other thing. That might be the best one. No, that cost a lot. I'll go with Rage. Alright. And that's everything. And since we're so low on gold, I think I'm going to forego this one and just go straight up here. Oh. That's just a battle. Alright. Reaper. Deal 5 damage to all enemies. Heal the unblocked. We're going to go ahead and gain that. We will gain that. And what's that? Upon receiving attack damage, gain 3 block. Block gain increase as malleability is triggered. Resets to 3 at the start of your turn. And we have something. Whenever you break block, apply to vulnerable. So if I use this, I'm going to heal for a bit of damage. Yep. And he gets a little bit. And then I can attack him again. And I gave him vulnerable. Alright. Sadly, he's going to do a decent amount of damage there. Yeah. But what are we going to do this time? Uppercut him for some high damage here. He's not going to attack me, so I don't need to worry about defend, but I could apply weak and vulnerable, so he does less damage for the next few turns. No, I think I'll go with this. Damn. Go with that one. Exhaust all non-attack and deal 22 damage. Sadly, can't do that. Because if I spend this, right, oh wait, that would exhaust. I might just do it. I might do it for the 22 damage. Actually, no, it's cost 2. I won't do that this time. I will do that, and then just go ahead and strike him to. Yeah, there we go. He's got a lot of vulnerability. Alright. Just deal some damage, I guess. Yeah, if I hit him, he's gonna die. There we go. Skill potion, gain a random skill card. Add a card to deck. I think I'll do another dual wield. It's a pretty strong card. And okay, we got 2 to go after here. Perfected Strike. Deal 27 damage. It's pretty strong. Yeah, I think we go ahead and deal 27 to Centurion. Go ahead and block, and we'll deal an additional little bit of damage to him. What's that? Less block for 2 turns. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and flex on him. Oh, we could demonic form this. Yeah. Now either I deal a decent amount of damage. or I battle trance, and I try to grab extra healing. I mean, not healing. Damn. Block. Okay. Whenever you play this, yeah, that's gonna be pretty good, but I don't have any attacks for this turn. Alright. Oh my god, he just healed. Deal damage to all, and heal for that much. I think I will go ahead and use... Damn it. I want to use it, but the longer I wait into this match, the more that will actually do for me. He's gonna block, he's gonna buff, so I should just attack you. I could copy this so there's more of these. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Copy you. And I can use one right now. Go ahead and end the turn. Alright, you got the block, you did not. Alright, I've got another Reaper in hand. I could deal a decent amount of damage. And now I can heal again. Hopefully I get to use the last one before the end of combat. Yep, I will be able to use the last one again. And that'll deal 14 damage to each person, which means I should be able to feed on one of them. Let's go ahead and cast that. Oh. Yeah, I'll be able to deal 21 damage. So, I'll go ahead and kill you, increase my max, and then just slap you dead. There we go. And we've healed so much. Alright, Rampage, increase this card's damage for each combat, or deal 8 damage. If the enemy is vulnerable, gain an energy and draw a card. That's a pretty good one. That's a good one. We constantly use vulnerability. Alright. And it really doesn't matter. We're on full health. We will smith up. We could smith on rage. We could smith any of these, really. I think we'll... Ooh, yeah, that's a lot stronger. There we go. And on to this boss. The champ. Alright, oh, demon form first. Nice. Alright. Okay, he's gonna do 17 damage, but we just got the strongest starting card there. Oh my god. We're gonna be doing so much fucking damage by the end of this combat. If we survive it, that is. Alright. He's gonna do 13 damage. We're gonna go ahead and flex this. We're going to battle trance, get as many cards in here as possible. Shockwaving, pretty strong use there. Can't draw any more cards. Give ourselves 1 defense and strike him. There we go. Oh, he just gave me vulnerability. Okay. Gain block, deal damage. Ooh. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and rage. Rage, fucking rage. We might want to buff up our Twin Strike or our Iron Wave with our dual wield. I'm thinking Twin Strike because it does so much damage. Because it deals double the damage as this one. But is Rage consumed? No, Rage is not consumed. Okay. Wait, is that a power? It's a skill. Too bad. Okay. I'm thinking I go for Twin Strike. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and... There we go. Took down a lot of his health on that. And we're gonna have even more strength our next turn. Alright. We got Reaper. We might go ahead and use that to heal. Vulnerability. Draw 2 cards. Let's go ahead and do that one. Might draw something good. Drop kick. There we go. Gain that energy. Twin strike him. Do extra damage. We'll do this. We got Sever Soul, exhaust all non-attack, deal 31 damage. And every single thing in here is attack. That seems like a reasonable choice. 46 actually. And we can only do one more attack. We're not going to waste our feed when it's not, you know, end of combat here. I think we'll just go ahead and twin strike him. We'll deal a decent amount of extra damage. Yeah. There we go. We got him down quite a bit. Do your worst. I think I'm doing pretty good, man. We got 12 fucking strength. Demon form is really fucking popping off, and look at this, 16 strength actually. And we could dual wield. We could pop in some extra perfects. So we deal that, or no. Popping in dual wield with twin strike. That's the real power play here. Oh, that was the normal one. That was the normal one. Okay, we can do 39 or 17 times 4. Well, 39. Wait, 17 times 2 should be what, 34? So this one is strong, actually. That's a buff. Okay, we'll go ahead and just do those. There we go. I didn't realize that was going to happen, but we got the extra 5 damage on him. Watch this go up. We're going to have 15 strength. Oh my god, he just got a decent amount of strength on his. But don't worry, man. Oh, 25 times 2? Holy shit. Okay, okay. Might be a good idea to dual wield Iron Wave so we don't lose so much health, but we can take all that damage. We could just dual wield Twin Strike. Actually, let's just kick his ass. I'm gonna brunt it. I wanna increase my stuff. This is long game stuff. I need to get that thing that increases my total. Oh yeah, there we go. We drew it. We drew the fucking feed. We drew feed. All right, there we go. What's this do? Block. Yeah, nope. There we go. Increase max health. We're at 120. 100 gold, explosive, deal 10 to all, and add it. Gain 30 block. That's a pretty strong one. Whenever you gain block, deal 7 damage to a random enemy. That's pretty cool power. That's a pretty cool power, but we need more feed in our deck. Because feed is so good for us. Ooh, gain 1 at the start of your turn. You can no longer obtain potions. Well, we don't really use potions. Gain 1 at the start of your turn. You can no longer rest. Or gain 1 at the start of your turn. You cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. I don't think we have been playing that many cards. Sometimes we have pretty good back-to-backs, but we'd have 5 energy at that point. I think that would be constricting us. I think we don't use potions enough to need that. Alright, Act 3, The Beyond. I don't know how many acts this has. Look at that run. We got hour and 20 in. Okay, let's see what we want to do. That has a mystery. This has 2 mysteries before it goes to a merchant, and then we can go to our boss. Yeah, I think we're gonna go straight up to the merchant and then choose whether or not we want to go to the boss. Oh, explodes in 3 turns, dealing 30 damage. Okay, these 2 are gonna attack me, so damage a bunch, and okay, I could rage. Deal my damage there. I can strike this guy and then feed on him. And I can drop kick this guy. Pommel strike this guy to death. Ah, oh, damn. I could go ahead and uppercut that guy. That was a very strong one, like, sequence there. Because what, we get... Yeah, gain energy whenever someone dies. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and bash you. Oh, wait. We have our feed in hand. We'll just wait for our feed. What's that? When attacked, deals damage back. Makes sense. And feed. There we go. Increased our max HP. Can no longer obtain potions. But there's a potion right there. We'll just go ahead and grab that. Shrug it off. 11 block and draw a card. 16 damage, can be upgraded any number of times. Or deal 2 damage 5 times. Exhaust. I think we'll go with Searing Blow, because that could become quite... I think we're skipping the potion because we can't. Alright, go in here. Navigating through the beyond, you discover a glowing tesseract spinning and shifting gently in the air. A sharp pain flows through you, followed by vivid flashes of a distant memory. Whose memory are these? Add 1 colorless, 2 colorless, 3 colorless. Add a card. Draw a card, deal 6 damage. Shuffle 3 random skills into your draw pile. They cost 0 this combat. That's a pretty good one. Cool with that one. Draw 2 cards. Put a card from your hand on top of your draw. At the start of your turn, play the top card of your draw pile. Or you have no attacks in your hand, draw 2 cards. That one. Reduce the cost of all cards in your hand to 1 this turn. Add 1 random colorless card into your hand. Or apply 2 weak. This enlightenment sounds pretty fucking good. Alright, that was worth it. Fear. A demonic creature towers above you, wings spread wide as it howls with laughter. Dead bodies of a tribe surround you while the village is engulfed in terrible, dark flames. The demon calls out, taunting you. You really are the strongest now. This laughter echoes forever. Okay. On to killing. If other enemies are still alive, revives in 2 turns at 50% HP. Okay, so we need to do a bunch of damage to all of them all at once. Draw 2 cards. Put 1 back onto my thing. I will go ahead and put you back onto the thing. If the enemy has vulnerable, gain 1 and draw a card. We will be going for you. You have the most 15 damage to you. go ahead and block a little bit. And that did some damage. And this will instantly kill, raise my stuff. Sadly, I didn't have dual wield. We will be hitting you, and we can't use that. Oh, should have been grabbing one of those. Alright. Pommel Strike. Draw 2 cards. Uppercut. Right. There we go. Iron Wave. Gain block. And deal damage. And gain block. There we go. You could really farm this if I was smart with my my feed play. I could that would have been funny. I don't know. Sure. Warcry, Rage. What was that? Armament. Gain 5 block. Upgrade a card in your hand for the rest. Oh, only for the rest of combat. All right. Go ahead and pop that. I guess I'll create a copy of Searing Blow. And it did 5 damage. And we will Searing Blow that guy. Alright. That guy's gonna come back. Alright. Okay, Demon Form starting to look pretty good. Draw 1 card, put a card on your hand in the draw pile. We'll go ahead and Demon Form this. It's probably going to take at least another thing. If we Twin Strike him and... yeah. Twin Strike. Oh, damn it. Fuck. Really didn't read that well. Gain 6 block, upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of combat, or draw a card. Put a card from your hand on top of the draw pile. Okay, well, we're gonna put that on the draw pile. It's gonna do more damage anyway. Alright. We're going to go ahead and cast that. We're gonna go ahead and cast that. Huh. Go ahead and cast that. Go ahead and cast that. Okay. Attack that guy. Cast that. Deal 25 damage to you. Deal 9 damage to you. Oh, probably should have checked what was going on. Oh, I've got 40. Yeah, he's not doing anything. Alright, and now we're gonna kill this guy. What do we want to kill him with? I think we're gonna just go ahead and strike him down. There we go. Deal 12 damage, put a card from discard on top of your draw pile. Gain 4 strength. Whenever a card is exhausted, you gain block. It's a power, so it works until the end of everything, I guess. It's not terrible, but I'm thinking that one's a pretty strong one. Alright. That one, that one, that one. I think that's the way I'm gonna go. As you slowly make your way up the twisting pathways, you constantly find yourself losing your way as the walls and ground seem to inexplicably shift before your eyes. The constant whispering voices in the back of your head aren't helping things either. Passing by a structure you are certain you have previously seen, you start to question if you are going insane or if the impossible geography of this place is starting to get to you. You need to change something, and soon. That's what the voices say anyway, and why would they lie? Receive Madness, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand to 0 this combat, and Exhaust. And lose 16 HP, become cursed with Wraith, what is innate. But you heal. I don't need to heal. I am gonna go ahead and receive Madness. Something in you cracks. Only the truly mad can understand a place like this, so you give in to the chattering voices and continue on with a new perspective. Things do seem to make so much more sense now. Go ahead and head to our merchant. What you got? Whenever you use a potion heal, first time you lose HP in each combat, draw cards. Whenever you play a power attack and skill in the same turn, remove all your debuffs. Okay. Or we can buy some stuff. Each time you play 5 cards in a single turn, deal 14 damage to all enemies. That's a power, so you do have to play it before it starts working. Enemy loses 9 strength this turn, exhaust. Deal 13 damage. I have 200, so I think I will be going with this guy. And I could buy Warcry or another Twin Strike. It's Strike that increases that thing's power, I think. Or I could hold on to my money. Yeah, I'll go ahead and buy it. Alright. Proceed. Go ahead and fight a boss, I think. Right? We fight a boss in either direction, but this looks like it has mystery and then a chest, and then I have options. Ooh, an additional boss on this side. I think I'll go this way so I can fight 2 bosses. Because the bosses give you good stuff. Alright. You've only got 185? You really think you're gonna win this, dude? You really think you're gonna win this? Nope, you're not gonna win this. Wait, you're gonna do a effect. I'll just go ahead and do that. No point not doing it. What was that? At the end of your turn, take 2 damage. Interesting. Alright, go ahead and reduce the cost of a random card in your hand to 0. Go ahead and play that. Go ahead and play that. And we will put Strike back. Huh. Hopefully it reduces Sever Soul, so I can copy Sever Soul. Okay. It did Twin Strike. Not bad. Not bad. I'll go ahead and duplicate 0 cost Sever Soul. There we go. Now I can cast all of this. Go ahead and hit you a couple times. Wait, what was that? It only dealt 1 damage? What was this? Intangible reduce all damage taken. Oh my god! Oh my god! I didn't even notice that. Oh my god. Well, at least none of those exhausted. Right? That last one didn't exhaust, did it? It didn't. Good. I don't know why I just drew so many cards. but yay. He's gonna do a lot of damage. We're gonna need to cast as many of these as we can. We'll go ahead and deal and draw. Okay, cool. Cast this guy. Maybe that is a reasonable thing to cast, because it'll reduce how much damage he's able to do. And then I just get to strike him one more time. I'm thinking I'll strike him. Strike. He's gonna do a decent amount of fucking damage. Yep, 26. And now he's intangible. Alright. Demonic form. Woo! I should have cast that. Drop kick. Which card I'm gonna put on the thing? I don't know if that was already 0. If that was already 0, that was the stupidest shit I've ever done. What's this buff gonna be? Oh, more of those. Yippee! Okay. Battle Trance. Go ahead and do that. Reduce the cost of all cards to 1. Everything is already 1. Except for that. Alright. We can go ahead and dropkick him. Oh wait. Yeah, it'll draw a card. It didn't draw a card. What? But he's vulnerable. Damn. Right? Yeah, it didn't draw a card. That's sad. Okay. Go ahead and cast defense on myself. Go ahead and strike. Go ahead and strike again. And Chrysalis. What did I just get? Second wind, exhaust all non-attack. Gain block for each card exhausted. Gain 30 block and exhaust. We've got a bunch of burn. I don't know the other one that was added. But there we go. He's really dropping me low. His impervious, I mean his intangible is the real fucking annoying one here. Gain 13 block whenever you are attacked this turn, deal 4 damage back. What was that? Flame barrier. When attacked. Oh, that was my thing. I could use this to duplicate more twin strikes. I will be casting that. But I could do a bunch of damage with these twin strikes. Yeah. I think I'll go ahead and cast this. Duplicate my twins. Cast my impervious. Cast my bash. And go ahead and twin strike him to death. Okay. Meal ticket. Whenever you enter a shop, heal 15. Nice. Add a card to the deck. Shrug it off. Clothesline him. Or the infinite upgrade. We need that. Okay. Smith. Oh. Reduce it all to 1 this combat. That is quite a strong one now. Alright, and go into the merchant. Heal myself. Talk to you. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. Upon pickup, Route 5. Upon pickup, raise your max by 7. That's not even that good. Purity, exhaust up to 3 cards in your hand. Interesting. I can only afford either this, deal damage and shuffle a dazed into your draw, or draw that deal 10, draw 2. We're not gonna do that. Proceed. Which way do we want to go? We want to go this way. So, I guess we'll grab this. Start each additional... Nice. That's a lot of... What's this? Shifting. Upon losing HP, loses that much strength at the end of the turn. Dies in 5 turns. Okay. Okay. Reduce cost of random card in hand to 0 this combat. I could just cast everything except for Demon Form, cast Madness, and then I think that's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna... that. What's that? At the end of its turn, gains 19... Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Let's make sure we're doing this right. Yeah, if I cast this, it would draw a card. I really want strength, though. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and risk it, because if this draws a card, and then I cast, and it's something with 2 mana, then I can't cast Demon Form if this randomly chooses that one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cast Demon Form. Also, that should give me an extra 1. That should give me an extra 1. And that should give me... I guess this is just the first turn? Yeah, I guess that's each combat. You get an extra 1 at the first turn. Deal 11 damage if the enemy has vulnerable gain. That I could just go ahead and copy that. Right. And it does no damage, because I did enough damage to it. Okay. Alright. Yeah, just do as much damage to this guy as you can. Reduce the cost of all cards in your hand to 1. Oh, they're all already at 1. He's gonna die in 2 turns, so I think I'm just gonna focus on keeping him down. Right. Oh, I'm gonna take some damage there. Add a card. Gain 5 block. Upgrade all cards in your hand for the rest. Oh. That's pretty good. Gain 3 strength. I think I'll go with armament. Go ahead and grab that. Spike growth. Didn't need to do that. Totally useless. Alright. I think I will put speed on. I think I just won't be casting that one this turn. There we go. Alright. Attack him with that. Drop him down a lot with that. He's got 60 left. And then we twin strike him. Alright, 40 left. What's that? At the end of your turn, take 10 damage. Nice. Now we just need to make sure we don't do too much damage. Deal 16. He's got 28. Good. Here we go. Discard any number of cards, then draw that many. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw a card. Can only be played if every card in your hand is an attack. We'll go with that one, since we tend to exhaust cards frequently now. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go ahead and rest, and then we're gonna go ahead and fight this guy. It's a head. It's just a head. Okay. Okay, we'll just strike. Hopefully we draw something good. Hopefully, nope. Okay. Exhaust all non-attack. Deal 22 damage. We'll just do that one. What's that? Whenever you play a card, Giant Head receives 10% more damage from attacks this turn. Interesting. So I should play as many attacks per turn as possible. What? Why do you say 4? Okay. Duplicate this guy. And let's start drop kicking him. Oh wait, we don't have... We're gonna block, and we're gonna attack with this block. There we go. Good, just enough. 3? What are you counting down for, man? Do I need to kill you in that many turns? Demon form? That's great. I need demon form. Alright. Yeah, every played card. Alright. Here we go. 2. Dude, what are you gonna do, man? Alright. We need that. Ooh. I'm gonna... put this in the top of the draw pile. What's that? Whenever a card is exhausted, draw. Okay, yeah. Cast this guy. Got random cards. Cast this guy. Cast this guy. Draw one, put a card from your hand on top of the draw pile. we'll go ahead and draw. And now we will upgrade all. There we go. And we are out of... Man, I wasn't paying attention to the mana. Damn. I just kept playing as many cards as I could. I didn't focus. One, what's gonna happen? Add a random attack into your hand, costs 0 this turn. Go ahead and do that. Deal 10 damage and apply 1 vulnerable. Put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. Okay. I've brought him down to 210, but it is time for what, man? Oh, just for you to attack every turn? There you go. You got the free strike there. Go ahead and do that, and there we go. Dealt a decent amount. 114 health left. Tick tock, tick tock. Alright. Wondering if we should go ahead and add... Let's go ahead and cast this guy. See what happens. We should uppercut him. There we go. Question card. Future card rewards have 1 additional card to choose from. Nice. Add card to the deck. Did that not... I don't know if that just worked. Gain 2, cost 1. Can only be played every turn. Gain 7, deal 7. I use that. Alright. Normal combat here against Malleable Dude. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. Hey. Nice. Alright, in that. Alright, I got Seeing Red. What the hell happened to this card? Bash, apply vulnerable. What is that? Upon receiving attack damage, changes its intent. Oh, interesting. Okay. Weird. We'll go ahead and do that. Bash it. What does that do? Alright. Keeps applying vulnerable. We'll just go ahead and block, and we will deal our damage. Turn. Bloodletting, lose 3 HP, gain 2. Not sure if we need it. We will go ahead and flex on him though. I'll go ahead and copy Perfect Strike. I can go ahead and Bloodlet. And now, I'll go ahead and cast that. I have a substantial chance to do that. There we go. Go ahead and cast that. And I can cast both of these. There we go. It's gonna do a decent amount of fucking damage to me though. Very, very decent amount of damage to me. Alright, there's 32 left. Lose 6 HP, gain 2 mana, and draw 3 cards, exhaust. Alright. There we go. We did it! We don't need that. Add a card to the deck. This turn, your next attack is played twice. Deal damage equal to your clock. Deal 15. Double tap. Go ahead and come in here. And we need rest. Oh, lovely. What's that? At the end of its turn, heals. Whenever you play a power card, it gains 1 strength. Okay. This is a lot of skills. Okay, we will go ahead and use that. Oh, of course it did that. Use that. That's a terrible first hand. Alright. Good. Okay, gain 12 block, draw a card. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Oh, good, we need that. I think this is a very reasonable thing to do. Alright. We're gonna lose some health here. A decent amount of health. We need to flex. We're gonna need to, deal 17 damage to this guy. Do we have another Reaper? I don't think we have a second Reaper, do we? No, we don't. I'm low on health, but I'm gonna get really fucked up this turn. Oh, I might not pass this. If I don't use it this turn, I think I'm gonna die, because that's what? 30 so plus, yeah. I kinda have to do it. But I don't want to. $19 plus 13. Might just have to feed early. Draw 2, put a card from your hand on top of the draw pile. Drop kick him. This enemy hasn't awakened yet? God, it gets stronger? Okay, well. my god, he's gonna get me really fucking close. Okay. I have to cast that. There we go. Okay. Now I have enough to be able to cast 2 attacks. I have 2 attacks. I will go ahead and cast you. And then I will cast you. And there we go. I should survive this attack. It's not awakened yet. Alright. Drew 3. Okay. 8 plus 9. That's not enough, is it? I don't think that it's gonna do enough blocking. Do that and do that. He's getting close, but I might not even survive this one. Nope. Well, we climbed 50 floors. That's cool. Deck size of at least 35 cards. Nice. Increased your max health by more than 30. Yeah, I did. Alright, what was mine? Oh, you unlock cards. If enemy intends to attack, gain 3 strength. Double your strength. Or deal 14 strength affects this card 3 times. Heavy Blade seems pretty cool, but it's nice. Oh, unlocked a new character and main menu. Alright, thank you for watching. That was my first ever run of Slay the Spire. I might play another run, but that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you've ever wondered what Slay the Spire was and you've never seen it, I hope you learned something. Whether or not this is your kind of game, up to you. I think it's a pretty interesting game. And there's relic collection. You can see all the things that exist. There's a lot of relics here. Starter relics. That's the one I started with. There's start with channel 1 lightning. Channeling an orb puts it into your first empty slot. If you have no empty slots, your first orb is automatically evoked to make room. Deals damage to random enemies. Okay, so you deal 1 damage to 1 enemy, I think, randomly. At the start of each combat, add a miracle. No clue what that is. Start, draw 2 additional cards. That's a pretty solid one. But end of combat, healing 6 was pretty damn good in the beginning. Okay, all of the ones I hovered over in Merchant, I guess, also show up in here. That's pretty good. Boss only chest. I avoided bosses my first level. I think that might have set me back because the relics are really fucking strong. Not really a potion user. Escape from a non-boss combat. Receive no reward. Interesting. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed. It's a fun game. I probably will play this again. But yeah, I've only got the 1 run. But alright, that's it.